It's the kind of things family do, Gulul. We have meals together and talk about what's on our mind. So you ate with your father? Yes, with them and my brothers. It was mostly the head of Resolve and I doing the talking, though. Kawana and the head of Reason occasionally joined in, as Aralja spoke when he was spoken to. You said that you have two papas. Does that mean one is yours and the other one is my father's? No, both are our father. He's what people call blessed siblings, a Mamolja with two heads. The Rule Jaw is his true-born child, while Kawana and I are adopted and don't share the same blood. But that doesn't make us any less family. What matters is that our hearts are connected, and the head of Resolve taught me that. Family. Family. You have someone like that too? A person you think is family even though you don't share their blood? That's a good question. Alice, say you got a big-ass crush on me. Yes, you do. Alice, say we both know that you have a giant, like, crush on me. They're very dear to me. Yeah, it's the Scions. I'd like to meet them one day. This is sweet. I like this. So, Galulja, I'm hoping that we could become a family, you and I. Won't you tell me about yourself? You want to know about me? I do. I want to know all about you. The things you love, things you hate, anything and everything. I want to know all about you, too. This is adorable. I love it. People are like, ooh, this is too slow. This is genuinely heartwarming. That reminds me, we were hoping to hear your story, too, Otis. As you wish. Be forewarned that mine is a tale that will be long in recounting. It was before lightning had altered the world that I was appointed Lord Captain of the Royal Knights. We're talking hundreds of years prior to the calamity, right? Indeed. Earlier still than when I assumed this mechanical form. 454 years ago, to be precise. You used to be a normal person? Yes, I was once flesh and blood like you, and proudly served as a Knight of Alexandria. So rather than a machine that behaves like a person, you are an actual person. How is that possible? It is only natural that you're confused. Hear my tale to the end, and all shall become clear. The foremost duty of the Royal Knights was the protection of the royal family. In my time, that was their Majesties, the King and Queen, and their only child, Her Highness the Princess. By then, every nation of our star was embroiled in some manner of conflict over Electro. Thus was our kingdom drawn into a war with its neighbor. That war was the catalyst for the great calamity that altered the environment. Countless countrymen lost their lives amidst the chaos, the king and queen among them. For a blessing, we were able to protect the princess, who then rose to the occasion and brought hope to her people in those trying times. So kind-hearted was our young queen that, at her behest, we even took in refugees from the enemy nation. Sadly, her reign was cut short. Like many others, her body had been ravaged by lightning, and one day she collapsed and passed away. Tragic. I bet you that's Safine. I bet you that's Safine. There was a citizen whose eyes remained dry, and many a moon was spent constructing a great tomb worthy of her memory. Yet I clung to hope still, for while Her Majesty was on her deathbed, the kingdom's finest scientists had successfully extracted her soul. Did we hear that right? Extracted her soul. Our flesh may wither and die, but as long as we are remembered, we may live on. This age-old belief had always comforted our people, but as casualties mounted in the wake of the calamity, we sought to make it into reality through the power of Electro. In time, we succeeded in developing the means to preserve the soul, and it was used to spare the Queen's eternal death. Yet it wasn't enough to simply prevent the soul's departure, for the ultimate goal was to recreate a person as they were in life, and this required that their memories be further extracted. It took many more years to make it possible, by which time I had become a gray old man. With my days numbered, I did not hesitate to volunteer myself as a test subject for the procedure. I figured that figured that's what happened. So it was that I attained this vessel. And in my successful rebirth, I paved the way for those who were recreated from the memories of the departed. The Endless, they are called. If your tale is true, then the queen that your people brought back to life, it's Sphene. I think we know who it is. Oh ho, so you met Her Majesty as well. My descriptions of her boundless kingdom must have paled in comparison to what you no doubt felt in her presence. I haven't met her myself, I confess, not since assuming my current form. Wouldn't want to frighten the living daylights out of her. Ha 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 ha. So Sphene's pretty much a lich, right? Like, we're all kind of in agreement that Sphene is more or less a lich. Maybe she might not be an Ascian, but she's definitely a lich. Technically, everybody here is a lich now. The Endless, all this time, Sphene wasn't alive. She lives, yet she does not. 'Tis admittedly a difficult distinction to make. Having inherited the memories of a departed soul, an Endless feels, thinks, and acts precisely as that person would. In that sense, I believe they are alive. The Alexandrians know about this, right? It can't have gone unnoticed that Sphene is perpetually youthful. No one really knows about the Endless. People who wear regulators don't even think about death. Everyone sees that the Queen doesn't change, but they just accept it. To them, it's just who she is. Are there Endless apart from yourselves? While there should be as many Endless as those who have died, I believe they are limited in where they can exist. Queen Sphene is unique in her ability to appear before you. Strictly speaking, I myself am not an Endless. They are created using memories extracted from the soul, but my entire soul was placed inside a machine. Sorry, I dropped my phone. Being inside a machine makes you different. How? Well, I do not understand the finer points. My life is bound to this vessel. If it breaks down, then it would be over for me. Much like a being of flesh and blood. Hardly an endless, unchanging life, I'm sure you'll agree. An endless, unchanging life. I can't help but be reminded of the Aya. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot about them. Did Kafkui and the others know about all this? Considering the extensive intelligence gathering, I'd be surprised if they didn't. For now, let's share what we've learned with Kral and Raha. We can't help but have misgivings about this. 1 hour left to stream. Let's go. We made it. We're gonna make it all the way through. What is this? A hat? I'm not. Something's up. I'm not.